Welcome everybody back to the event. Today we're going to be talking about the coin shop and the new coin shop rotation. SPP, Sage Bell, and Closer Charles are going to be here for 5 more days. Make sure to buy SPP if you have not bought it. Sage Bell and Closer Charles are kind of whatever. You really don't need these characters at all. Now if you are a collector, different story. I don't really blame you for going after C Phantom Politics. She's definitely a must-have character. Really insane. Her passive's absolutely what makes her very, very good. Not only that, she has her S3 pushback with Dispels 2 buff, Enrage, which gives her all her allies, attack and more speed, ignores ER. It's really insane, man. Dual attack guarantee with the highest ally. It's just so insane. She's such a good character. Now, the new coin shop rotation is going to be Dragon Bride Senya, Zio, and Specimen Sez. Specimen Sez, honestly, he's kind of whatever character. They did give him an EE, they did buff him a while back as well, but that's not cutting it. It's really not cutting it. I'm not too sure how else they can really fix this character besides technically just release more sleep characters, and I think he can become much, much better than what he currently is. They did give him a EE. EE made him that he could 100% penetrate with sleep. That's nice. That's nice. But when you think about it, really, besides DDR, there's no one else that sleeps. Fumir, you need like an impossible team to run Sez to get Fumir to sleep. Shuna, collab character, you probably don't have her. And she's kind of whatever, right? But other than that, it doesn't do much for him. He needs more than that. They did give him HP because honestly, this man, his damage, hey man, his damage kind of insane, you know. When he gets that 100% pen, like really insane. Like he is quite insane, broken OP, man. Very, very nice when he can pop off. When you have the perfect setup, he's insane. But if you don't have the perfect setup, he's very, very mediocre at best. Especially since the S2 it doesn't ignore ER. Honestly, if this was ignore ER, I think he'll be so much better. Because then he doesn't have to rely on anybody else. Because he's such a weird character. Like, you could stun S1, but then, like, that means they want you to kind of build some effectiveness on it. But then, like, you kind of don't want to. But you could. But then it's so wonky. Like, it's not really worth it. I really think that if they change this Soul Burn, change it to ignore ER, make it 10, 20 souls, whichever one, I think that would fix a big issue with him. Because he needs the setup. If he doesn't have the setup, it ain't going to be working out. So I do believe, just give him the Soul Burn. Ignore ER, and he's fixed. I think he'll be much better than what he currently is. But is he worth picking up? No, he's not worth picking up at all, whatsoever. Next, it's going to be Zio, our good old boy Zio. Basically, speed. I am speed on this character, right? So, he gets a 20% additional combat readiness. So, what that means is, let's say you are a 330 Renaka. And this Zio right here is, let's say, 275. Potentially, this Zio is going to outspeed you. Maybe. There's a chance for RNG. Now, let's say you are at 310 Renaka versus this 275 Zio. Well, then, my Zio is always going to be taking the first turn. That's just basically how his crit chance bar works. He has an additional 20%. Insane, right? But if people, again, like I did say earlier, with the Renaka, if people have their fastest set on their fastest characters, such as Lytica, Ran, Luna, etc., Renaka, and all that, they can outspeed you if they just slam imprints. And then you just kind of lose the battle. So just keep in mind, you do need some speed gear for Zio. He's not make or break at 250. He needs to be like 270 now at most. People are getting quicker. Characters are releasing insanely fast. Renaka, for example, doesn't really need any stats besides speed. Such an insane character. Really OP broken. But yeah. You really need to have a lot of speed gear. You do need to have at least 270 is ideal. Anything faster, better. But anything slower, you are playing with fire. Again, it really depends on the league you are. He does have a Soul Burn on his S3, which honestly I don't really use it that much, but he's very, very nice, right? You could go either build in terms of full attack DPS like this one, or you could go with effectiveness build, just full on effectiveness, 200 effectiveness, self-imprint, and everything, right? Mine is semi-effectiveness, is 100%. This is my arena build. I've not changed them for prelims. Prelims is kind of, I don't use Zio in there, so I don't really want to re-gear him. Especially with arena coming up in 2 weeks, actually. A week and a half, actually, the arena starts. Oh, insane. I can't wait for that. But yeah, he's not really, he's good. He's a must-have character. Now, is he better than Dragon Bride Senya? Oh, our good old girl. Our good old girl, Dragon Bride Senya. Oh, man. But again, lastly about Zio. The thing about Zio is, he, again, doesn't even need 100% crit. He does need only 50%. He does have a 2-part SA1, so just be careful when it comes to Rowana and them, or Hua Young, or Imogen, and all that. They could counter you, and it could get a little ugly. But overall, as a character, he's insane. He is definitely a must-pick-up character. Imprints are free. If you have the gold transmit stones, it costs you about, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 50 transmit stones. Gold, that's a lot, actually, the more I think about it. But again, you do get kind of a lot. And again, not too shabby whatsoever. Lastly, Dragon Bride Senya, our good old girl, Dragon Bride. She once was the best. Now, honestly, she's not the best. She did fall off quite a bit when it comes to RTA, but when it comes to Guild War and Arena, insane still. Basically, because of her passive. What her passive does is, when the health ally in the back row except the caster, which is 50%, she will proc her passive, which is basically giving her 2,500 additional damage, plus it's going to be giving the back ally in the back full cleanse, a barrier, and it's making her S3 AoE. Insane. And it resets the cooldowns of her. Again, when you think about it, when you look at this kit, that's insane. And it's only 10 souls to soul burn her S3 for more damage. It's insane. Now, again, what made her take a big hit was going to be Illinois with RTA and just a lot of other stuff that can pretty much easily play around her when it comes to RTA. But again, for Arena and Guild War purposes, she's insane. Her passive, her S3, kind of can just blow everything up. The infamous Dilibet, RB, BBK team was very, very fun to watch. I was never able to experience it because I never had Dragon Bride Senya. And now there's not that many teams I could use it in. I mean, technically I can. I got to find out and see, but I will be definitely pick her up. And I can finally showcase the Dilibet team. But other than that, is she worth picking up? Yes, she is. Now, is she worth picking up over Zio? That's a difficult question. Because if you are a cleaver, you definitely need Zio. But if you're not a cleaver, Dragon Bride Senya is probably going to be better. But again, like I said, Zio, it could be used everywhere. Dragon Bride Senya, mainly Guild War and, Guild War and Arena. But other than that, RTA, you have to pick it. You have to be a little careful with it, right? I've been playing a lot of prelims, and I've yet to see this character once. So just keep that in mind. I am top 100, so it's kind of... I've been playing quite a bit, and I've yet to see her. Almost in, I don't know how many matches. But, again, is she worth it? Better than Zio? Up to you. But keep in mind, she will be inside the headhunt that we do get later on throughout the year. So if you don't pick her up now, if you have only 40 coins and you're missing her and Zio, just keep in mind you will be able to pick her up from the headhunt later on in the future. Not that far away. But, other than that, though, thank you for watching the video. Hope you have a good day, and peace out.